In this video, we are going to talk about 10 fascinating subcultures around the world. So before starting this video, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for the future updates. It's really interesting to see how our societies have changed and been molded by historical events and cultural phenomena. However, what's really fascinating are the subcultures that defy the mainstream in the hopes of creating their own little sense of identity and culture. Number 10. Tokyo Rockabillys. Ever wonder why certain subcultures from the past seem to have simply dropped off the face of the planet? Take the rebellious and iconic Rockabillys and the greasers of the 50s, for example. They certainly aren't mainstream anymore. So where are they now? Well, some subcultures experience some kind of revival from time to time, and you'd be pleased to know that the rockabilly subculture is still alive and well in Japan. Number 9. Mexican pointed shoes batas. Ever felt the sudden urge to look like a jester from medieval times? Just in case you do, you'd better head down to the Mexican city of Matehuala. Here, the odd fashion trend of wearing long, pointed shoes has emerged alongside the popularity of tribal music. The reason behind this subculture's existence and widespread popularity is the music itself, which is a unique blend of pre-Hispanic and African sounds with cumbia bass lines. Number 8. Gyaru. There's no denying the fact that the phenomenon of globalization has changed the values and norms of many cultures all over the world. Although this certainly has its advantages, sadly, this is also resulting in a loss of cultural diversity and identity. Take a look at Japan, for example. Here, there exists a subculture of girls and young women who, much like the rest of the world, are obsessed with trying to achieve the unattainable levels of beauty imposed upon them by the media. So if women all around the world do this, what makes these girls so special? Number 7. Scraper bikers. Subcultures often form around a particular area, but thanks to the internet, these days they can literally spread like wildfire. This is exactly what happened to the scraper biker subculture, which received a lot of popularity after the video Trunk Boys coined the term and went viral on YouTube. Although some subcultures are obsessed about modifying cars and trucks, for these guys it's all about modding and personalizing bicycles. Number 6. Elvis Presley rebels. What usually comes to mind when one mentions Switzerland? Scrumptious chocolate, expensive watches, and army knives. Perhaps a Swiss bank account. Well, how about a rebel youth subculture obsessed with the likes of James Dean, Marlon Brando, and Elvis Presley? Enter the Elvis Presley rebels. The 50s are known for the birth of a new age group. This subculture wanted an identity of their own, as well to defy the traditional ideas imposed on them by their parents and the Swiss authorities. Number 5. Teddy girls. The Teddy boys were a rebel subculture that roamed the streets of 1950s Britain looking for trouble. They took a lot of influence from the Edwardian era as well as American rock and roll, as they sported tailored jackets, greasy quiffs, and crepe-soled shoes known as creepers. When they weren't causing a ruckus, these gentlemen like Teds would then go to the cinema, attend dances and concerts, and collect magazines and vinyls. But did you know that the Teddy boy subculture had a subculture of its own? Say hello to the Teddy girls. Number 4. DCODO R7 Decatora. It's no secret that the Japanese love their cars. From the drifter scene to modifying classic sports cars, Japanese have done it all. However, there is a group of Japanese enthusiasts that put all the other car modders to shame. Known as the Decatora, these guys have literally turned their trucks into moving pieces of art, albeit with a dizzying amount of neon thrown in just for good measure. Looking like a transformer that just came out of a Las Vegas arcade, these pimped-out rides are said to have first roamed the highways of Japan in the 1970s, back when the cult movie series Trucker was released. Number 3. Sapers. Pop quiz. Can you mention any fashion cities from around the world? Any of these would do. New York, Paris, London, Tokyo, Los Angeles, Kinshasa, and Brazzaville. Wait, what? Yep, you read that right. The latter two cities happen to be situated smack dab in the middle of the Congo, and they are home to the world's unlikeliest fashionista subculture, known as the Sapers. These fine gentlemen are among the dandiest and most well-dressed men on the planet. With crumbling, war-torn slums in one of the poorest countries on earth as a backdrop, these men stroll around in designer double-breasted tailoring, tweed, silk hankies, and immaculate footwear, all while smoking on their pipes and cigars. Number 2. Elevator enthusiasts. Elevators aren't really a thing you put much thought into. After all, you just hop in, and after a few seconds you hop off again and go about your day. Well, not for everyone. As it turns out, there's a quirky little subculture dedicated entirely to the love of elevators. Known as elevator enthusiasts, these people ride elevators up and down and record their experiences so that they can be shared later on the internet with fellow enthusiasts across the world. Number 1. Herero. Remember the Sapers from earlier? Well, the Herero are kind of like the female version of that. To put it simply, this Namibian tribe is basically the subculture that time forgot. Why? For starters, the women of this tribe choose to wear garments and dresses that date back to the style of the Victorians. The Herero women like to wear long, colorful dresses with multiple petticoats, as well as 19th century horn-shaped hats. The practice was introduced by the wives of German colonialists who arrived in Namibia at the turn of the 20th century. Surviving Herero people ending up in concentration camps and subjected to human experimentation. Herero prisoners were worked to death, raped, and some were even injected with smallpox and tuberculosis. Knowing their dark history, it's strange that the Herero still choose to wear clothes that remind them of the cruelties against their people. However, the optimistic Herero think differently. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video and wanted to hear from me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go. Thanks for watching.